Hello and happy birthday to my Leos. All right, Leos. This reading is for the 25th of July through August 1st. For my Leos, kickoffs, birthdays. Happy birthday to my Leos. Hopefully you all having a great start to your birthday season, Leos. Let's see what kind of giveaway we're going to have for my Leos today. So from 12 to 1, we'll do free readings for my Leos. On today, 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 202-460-3205. You can also reach me on WhatsApp, +1 if you're calling outside of the U.S. That's 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my Leos, or wherever Leo is in your birth chart. It doesn't just have to be your sun sign. Let's just dive right into your reading so you can call back your energy from people, places, dimensions, timelines, or wherever, that don't serve your highest purpose without any harm to anyone, right? You're trying to vibrate higher and communicate with confidence, but more importantly, in love, right? Let's get into it. Let's do it. Set an intention here. You deserve the best, right? You deserve the best. All right, Leos, let's get into it. Again, happy birthday to my Leos. So that offer is for July 25th only so far. This is going to be the first giveaway during Leo season. Again, happy birthday to my Leos. Alrighty, Leos, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what is going on. So you can create your own energy recall, right? So I like to do energy recalls, between readings or just any kind of energy exchange, right? It keeps your vibrations high, believe it or not. When I'm channeling energies, you're giving me access. Whoever you are, you're giving me access. So get used to, even when you hear readings you think it's negative, get used to praying for other people, because you really just don't know what people are going through. Not just readers, but just other people. When you hear a person saying they're channeling other people's energy, it's not the readers read energy, it's channeling energies. So learn how to call back your own energy. So you're saying, okay, it may not be mine, I may not resonate with the reading, but it could be somebody else's energy that you're absorbing. So let me call back my energy. Let me protect my energy, but let me send out some good energy to somebody. Drop some comments below and say, you know what, I'm praying for whoever may be going through some things. I don't know what people are going through, but let me pray for them. I would want somebody to pray for me or send out good energy. That's how you make deposits into the universe, so that when good things happen for you, you already put some deposits out there. It takes a second. So you can say, I call back my energy from all people, places, dimensions, and things that do not serve my highest purpose without harm to anyone, and close it out. But you say it's in Jesus' name or amen, but you want to seal it. So it is, however you seal it is how you seal it. I can't tell you how to seal it, but if you're saying you deserve the best, you also want to send out that energy as well. The Queen of Cups. So I'm seeing a lot of compassion here, and people may have judged you for your compassion towards people, being a nurturing energy, but people are going to judge you regardless, right? People are going to judge you regardless. So, it is what it is. So somebody may be judging you by their definition of what compassion is, while another person may be judging somebody else's definition by what their definition of compassion is. But looking at, you're learning how to rise above that. You're learning how to rise above judgment, right? Because remember, cups energy is water. This is sacral chakra energy. But before there's root, right? So root is developed between ages of 0 through 7. So you go back to the root of what seed was planted at the root, and you're talking about generationally, Everybody has some idea of what compassion is for them. And then also learning now in this year 9, 2025, what your moon sign is. People are just really learning how sometimes what they thought was compassion towards them may not have been what their spirit needed. Their spirit may have needed something else. Their spirit may have needed to be poured into a different way. Right? So everybody deserves the best. And so Source is saying you deserve the best. You may be learning this year, in the year of 9, what you may have thought before, because your water could have been around other people that could have been telling you that was compassion. Now that you, depending on where you are now in your life, you can be pouring into yourself a different way. And that's what somebody is starting to see. It's like, okay, now that you're in a different space in your life right now, and you're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses, you're starting to see, okay, I now know what my spirit needs. I now know I really know that I deserve the best. I know exactly what my spirit needs now. Right? So something is, you're not judging anybody anymore. Somebody's on a whole different, Eight of Swords here. Somebody is no longer looking at people like, somebody is starting to see that people talking to people harshly, that is very damaging. Like people, telling a person you'll never amount to anything. You hear that enough times. This Eight of Swords right here. A person really starts to believe it, right? They really believe. This is heart chakra, right? So somebody keep telling you over and over and over again, one day, you're going to end up, such and such, this kind of way, that kind of way. People really start to believe that they don't deserve anything beyond. It does something to a person's spirit, constantly being judged. You're never going to amount to anything. You don't deserve the best. Basically, you're telling the person you don't deserve beyond such and such. It's hard for somebody to see that they deserve the best. It does something to a person's spirit. They really don't believe that they deserve the best. So people really look at them like they're a fool. They really don't believe that they deserve the best. And so people are like, okay, well, something's wrong with them, right? Here's the 10 of Cups, right? So I'm seeing Source putting you around something has come to an end. Something has come to an end, but a new beginning is starting here. You're learning how not to judge people who have been taught to any kind of way their whole lives. You're not judging people anymore. As a matter of fact, you are just breaking some kind of a cycle and just learning, like, you got to be careful with your words. Yeah, somebody's learning how, you even see him right here, S word, like swear words. Like, not that the S is for swear words, but, but just you got to be careful with your words. Because it can just be on loop, like a person is just stuck. They're just stuck on just that. Like they can't, they can't get beyond that. It's just, they can't get beyond it. They're just stuck. Stuck on constantly feeling judged. Right? Here's the Four of Cups here. So I'm looking at your cards here, and I feel like somebody is going into prayer mode here. When you feel like your back is against the wall, you're going into prayer mode. Yeah, you're going into prayer mode. Here's the Three of Wands here. And then the Six of Swords here. So you're taking a leap of faith and you're moving on. This is something that someone has somebody is taking a leap of faith, and someone is learning how to transition. In other words, you're traveling light. You're taking a leap of faith, and you are maybe traveling to talk to someone. Here's the Two of Pentacles here. You could be traveling to talk to someone about, maybe talking to two people about like legacy, like just in terms of just legacy. Right here, Five of Pentacles here. I feel like it's you're the one that you deserve the best, but I feel like it's you that is showing some kind of compassion towards someone or two energies. This is what I'm seeing here. Here's the Queen of Wands here. And then the Ace of Wands here. Nine of Swords. Somebody may have been having some nightmares. Somebody may be having some nightmares, been having in common. Some people may have been having some nightmares. Here's the Seven of Cups here. In a very toxic environment. Nine of Pentacles here. And then Nine of Cups. So I feel like you could be talking to someone, offering some kind of compassion, some kind of support, maybe, Leos. You could be offering some kind of support. Without any judgment whatsoever. Just learning how to rise above something. Here's the Eight of Cups here. Yeah. Something about this, whoever this energy is that you are trying to talk to, what I'm picking up on is I feel like whoever you are, Leo, I feel like you're trying to approach a situation with compassion. Whoever it is you're trying to talk to, it's like you're trying to talk to two energies, and you're trying to, again, take only what resonates with you, okay? You're trying to talk to two energies, and you're trying to approach, you and somebody are trying to talk to two energies and trying to approach something with compassion. Or it could be just you trying to talk to an energy, two energies, and trying to approach something with compassion. but it looks like so much damage has been done already. So much damage has already been created. It feels like a scorpion sting, like it's something that you're coming in. It's like you're shining a light on something almost too late. So it's like your heart is in the right place. Whoever you are, Leo, your heart is in the right place. It's like you want to shine a light on something, but the damage has been done. So it looks like you're going to have to just give something a rest. You're going to have to give something a rest. I see you. I just see you going into prayer mode. That's what I see. Yeah, here's the Knight of Pentacles here. And just kind of working on yourself. That's what I see. You know, I see you mastering this kind of sort of... What I'm seeing you mastering, Leo, in this reading here is you seeing the beauty of vibrating high as a Leo. Like I always say about Leos is don't turn down your light, because you operating in full high vibrational Leo energy helps other people, especially now that Mercury is retrograde in Leo. High vibrating Leos really help people to become more confident in communicating, like really help people to open up and communicate. Then coupled with what else is retrograde right now? I feel like my teeth are chattering because I think the air is on too high and I'm freezing. I need to turn the air off. But coupled with what else is retrograde? So Neptune is retrograde, and then also retrograde and Saturn are retrograde, but they're both retrograde in Aries, and Aries is ruled by the Tower card, right? So it could be impulsive if people are around energies who want to communicate with confidence, but it can come out the wrong way, or it can be received the wrong way. It could be a person can structure something and be very clear with compassion, but it can still be received the wrong way. And that's Mercury, right? Mercury. And something could still end. So, especially when, like I said, you're starting at just the emotional state and not just kind of at the root of something. If somebody, like you coming in, it's like you're coming in at the root. You're not coming in at the root of something. You're coming in at the sacral chakra, like an emotional piece of something, right? So what's also skipped is, so you coming in at the cups energy, then after that should be wands energy, but then what's skipped is the heart, right? So somebody's basically saying someone said something like mean-spirited to someone or disrespectful or something to someone and just moved on, and something gave somebody some nightmares, or something was a nightmare, or caused some kind of trauma or hopelessness or depression or anxiety, and somebody couldn't sleep or something, or somebody felt judged, and now something is over. And I mean, it just sounded like confusion here. Here's the star card here. And so something just feels like there's no hope to something at this point. 11th house. There's no hope for any friendship, or something just doesn't feel like any hope to anything. So yeah, and so a decision has already been made. There's no hope to something. So it feels like looking at the cards here, you have something in common here. You have something in common here with something. And in terms of like creating something, like in terms of looking at this here, learning how to rise above judgment and ending something and just making a decision, whatever this is. But whoever is connected to all of this, there's two sides of all of this. There's two sides to all of it. And learning how to rise above, like learning, because the main thing here is there's two sides of this mirror. Talking about the Eight of Swords here. It's two sides of this mirror. Meaning that how a message went out, because Eight of Swords connects us with Gemini, like how you may have sent a message to someone may have been received differently than how you intended it to be received, if that makes any sense, right? So how, like when I mentioned how I'm doing a reading, I'm channeling energy, right? So if I'm channeling other people's energy and somebody perceive it to be a negative reading because they're taking it as like, oh, that's a negative. I'm a Leo. I want something positive. I want something uplifting. And I'm saying, hey, Leos, call your energy back. It may not be, some part of the reading may not resonate with you, even if I'm saying you deserve the best. And a lot of people can relate to this. Like somebody may have said something to you that, depending on where you are in your day, could have caused you to say, I don't like the way they said that to me. I'm moving on from this. They said a word or something that triggered a nightmare for me. That's the end of that. I already made a decision. I'm moving on. That's the end of that. I'm closing out that cycle. Close out the cycle, but call back your energy. Don't forget that part, because that's where the nightmare is. So it's saying call back your energy. But for people who don't know how to call back their energy, you can send out prayers for them, because they literally can get stuck in that broken mirror of just on repeat. It's hard for some people to move beyond something that was said to them, and it was really, really hurtful. That's for them, people are like, okay, well, I thought you had moved on beyond that, and that could have caused them a nightmare. They could have felt like, that was some kind of an injustice that was done to them, and they made a decision, hey, that was the end of that for them. So I'm saying here, and that's something that you can relate to. Here's the Four of Pentacles. I see you being more conservative with your time. I see you being more conservative with your time. Looking at your cards here. I see you just saying you deserve the best. But I also see partnership in business and or in love coming across your path here. Here's the solar plexus chakra here. You're rising above the judgment, but you're ending something. Ending something in terms of just like, judging other people. You're taking a leap of faith. You're dancing around your home as if no one is watching. It's time to open your vault door. Third eye chakra cleanse. You're healing from the pain that they caused. Whoever this is, you're leaving somebody behind. You're not giving yourselves a headache over something. Archangel Michael, the dispenser of justice, is with you. The curse is now broken. You're following your heart, and it's time to release the burden. And it's the burden really of judgment. You're breaking some kind of a generational cycle, chain, and curse, because again, it goes to this right here, Eight of Swords. Because it's both sides of that mirror. Both sides of the mirror. And learning how to call your energy back. I feel like people are not only teaching themselves this, but you also, if you have kids, you're teaching your kids this too, like how to call your energy back and close it out. Somebody's ex wants to return. Your ex wants to return. I don't know who your ex is, but ex could be an ex-friend. It's not always ex-love interest. So it could be an ex-friend. So again, even that, you're recalling your energy. You're getting your energy back. Taking your energy back without any harm to anybody. But looking at this, you're not judging anybody. You feel like somebody is that everybody deserves the best. Looking at the cards here, somebody felt like they were talked to a certain kind of way, and they just decided to break a chain. They just decided to, you know, move on. They feel like it was an injustice that was done. 18, I am kind-hearted. So you are both open-minded and kind-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and the highest good of all. So yeah, something about you leaving the past in the past. Yeah. I feel like you're on this same wavelength of just feeling, this is what the justice card is you feel like someone's done you some kind of injustice. You're making a decision too. It's like you feel like somebody's talked to you a certain kind of way. That's something I feel like you're in agreement with. Something you're aligned with is it's a judgment call. Yeah, something is a judgment call. So even if the ex-friend or ex-whomever wants to return, it's just a judgment call. If a person feels that way and it's causing them nightmares, they have to call their energy back. You know, they're not wishing people any harm. They're just saying no. It's moving on to their 11th house, right? So it looks like some energies. I feel like for you, as compassionate as you may be, there are some energies that may want back in your space. There's two energies that could want back in your space. This could be an ex that may want to, you know, their confidence level could be that they want back in your space. Because maybe they feel like, okay, you inspired them or something you must have done, Leo, that they want back in your space. But for you, something they must have said to you that really, you're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. So it caused you some kind of nightmare. So that you're like, you're not giving yourselves, and you're not. I don't feel like you're holding any grudge. I just feel like you called your energy back, and you don't wish anybody any harm. You just had to call your energy back from all people, places, dimension, timeline, things that, you know, just don't serve your highest purpose. You still operate in compassion. But something's just going to be a no. Yeah, something's just going to be a no for you. So, yeah. I feel like somebody has, you know, kind of like really worked too hard. You know, you desire security. Something I mean, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I just had to add a little bit more room. Anyway, so I see you, like I said, desire for security, fear of change, conservative, being more frugal, and that's what I see you doing. So somebody wants to work together as a team. Not to say that other people don't want to work as a team, but anyway, something is over. And so yeah, something is over. So I see you rising above the judgment. You're not judging other people, but you're not under their judgment either. Something is over. You're moving on. You and someone is just kind of walking away and disillusionment, just kind of sort of leaving things behind, and it's just time for a change. It's time for a change. Something has been a long time coming, but just know in a very positive way, your energy has, your light has actually empowered people to kind of sort of just change you know, then to know that they deserve the best too. And that's what it's really kind of what it's about, is just here to empower in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They brought out a best in you. In some way, you brought out a best in them. You may not see it right now. It may take you a minute to pray about it and figure it out, but the same source in you is in them. So call your energy back. They're going to be calling, and like I said, wish them no harm. They can learn how to call their energy back. You don't even know they could be watching this channel, learning how to call their energy back too. Who knows? But take some time to breathe out. But in some way, source cross paths, so to let everybody know that they deserve the best. Let everybody know that they deserve the best. Right? So, here's the King of Swords. What you all have in common is that you all are incredibly smart. So that is what I have for you. But yeah, something need to be cut off. It was time for something to end. And this is what I'm saying. Like, people know when it was time for something to end. It's just almost like prolonging the inevitable. Like, something looks like it's just been lingering, kind of like in judgment. Like, it's just been, okay, are people going to judge somebody if they just close something out? It's like, okay, move to a different continent and just like still kind of trying to like hang on. But somebody going to judge somebody if they just completely just cut something off? Something's just been lingering, so something had to finally say, okay, just sever ties, just go ahead and cut something off. So but anyway, you're moving on. Third eye chakra cleanse. The curse is now broken. It's time to move on. And yeah, you're not going to give yourself a headache over something. So that is what I have for you. And that is it. That is it. All right. Bye.